All right, Sean Zittel here with Kenneth Sims, keeping the hot streak going. Another stoppage tonight. Kenny, man, it just seems like you're just fighting with a lot of hunger and urgency. Can you talk about that?
I got no choice. I know what it feels like to not be able to be in these type of events, these conversations. So I don't want that to happen to me no more. So I'm out here fighting for my life every time.
Right, and you can see it with the way you perform. You know, you're not really like traditionally a puncher, and yet you still made this adjustment to fight with a sense of urgency.
Yeah.
You know, just can you talk about that?
He wasn't really trying to fight, so I just had to make something happen, because if I let him, he was just gonna run around the ring all night. Be satisfied with making it to the last bell. So, and I didn't want that to happen. I didn't want him to make it to the last bell, so I put my foot on the pedal. Just did what I had to do to get him out of there.
He was able to touch you at times with some combinations, but how much of that is because
I stood there to try to get him to open up.
Right.
So I wanted him to keep like doing it, like not just once. Like he'd throw and I just stand there and block on purpose, because I wanted him to open up so I could start like just actually boxing instead of having to just chase somebody and beat him up. So I was trying to get him to open up, but it only worked like twice. He ain't want to do nothing.
How did it feel to get the stoppage? How'd you set that up? Can you kind of walk us through the stoppage? I know he didn't come out for the round,
he was hurting him
with
like
some
my
right
team,
hands.
like my dad and Coach K, they started telling me like, "Are you hurting him when you throwing like with power?" But just start touching him. And then I caught him. I remember I was southpaw. I caught he threw a right around, and I caught him with a body shot right under it. And that's when I knew he was done. But the first round I heard with the body, I was smiling like I ain't know you could see me on the TV like smiling that hard, because when he wouldn't let me go, when the ref was like, "Yo."
Let me ask you this. You know, this is the adjustment you've made because you realize like in the game no one's gonna give you anything, so you gotta not just win but show out each time. When the opportunity does come for the title fights, do you feel like that's where you mix in that back foot game again?
Yeah, I haven't been able to do, because I mean the Almeida fight I could have, but I felt like I had a point to prove that night. I think I haven't, like you said, I haven't fought on my back off the back foot. I don't know, because even that, I don't know.
Is it because you're trying to avoid just one more excuse to avoid you, kind of thing? Like, oh, he's defensive,
he's boring,
he moves,
But I think since I been on this winning streak, I haven't fought off my back foot not one fight.
Right.
Like even the guys that's supposed to be punchers, like Elvis Rodriguez and Almeida, I haven't been moving around the ring. So I don't know if people might have forgot I could do that, because they haven't seen me do it. But when the right time for that to come out, it'll come out.
Bring it back out the bag.
Right. I still got it. Still work on it all the time. I'm a boxer at heart, but I just know sometimes the best thing to do is go get it.
Yeah, you called out Barboza after, right?
Yep, and Ramirez.
And Ramirez.
Ramirez.
Is that you just
Ryo.
kind of being realistic? Like, of course, I want my title shot.
Yeah, that's why I say Ryo too.
Right.
But that's what I want, the title shot. But if we can't make that happen, then I mean I feel like it should be easy, because we all with the same promoter now.
With Golden Boy, right?
Yeah. So, and I heard they fighting soon. So hey, and it's right after me, so it's not like they fighting months after me. They fighting like a month after me. So we can get back in there at the same time against the winner of that.
Do you it felt like there was a similarity between you and Charles Conwell tonight?
No, BJ, that's my boy.
Yeah, like in that just that urgency. Like,
yeah, that's my dog.
Man, I'm chopping at the bit for this title shot. It's not coming yet. Let me just show everyone how much I'm not playing around right now.
That's my dog. I gotta go watch my fight on TV, because people keep saying you look great. But I don't know. I be feeling like that most fights. Like I feel like I don't look good while I'm in there. Then I watch it and I'll be like, oh, I did look all right. So,
you might just be focusing on you got touched here and there, and not the fact that you were whooping ass.
I know that. But hey, I'm just trying to get what I think I earned. Because I didn't have an easy road getting here, so I think I finally earned some respect that I should get that shot at a big fight.
Lastly, man, what'd you think of the main event? What'd you think of the decision and the fight?
Amazing. It was an amazing fight.
Instant classic.
Yeah, it was. I got no nothing to say about the decision. It was a close fight. The scores was close, so as long as the scores were close, I think should be happy no matter who won, as long as the scores was close. Of course, the Bohachuk's team wanted to win, but I feel like as a fan, as long as those scores weren't outrageous, then you should be happy that we got a great fight.
Right. The fight being discussed for Vergil from Oscar in Turkey tonight was Crawford. Do you give him? I believe you're cool with Terence, but do you give Vergil a real chance?
I'm more than
in that
cool
fight?
with Terence.
Yeah,
That's my big brother.
I didn't want to get it wrong. That's why
That's my big brother. Yeah, I'm way more than cool with Terence.
Right.
So I never go against him.
Right.
No matter who it is. Ortiz'S great. I think Bud's the best fighter in the world right now. Mm-hmm. And I think that was his first fight at 154 last week. When he get comfortable there, it's gonna go back to the same Terence Crawford that we've been seeing dominate everybody.
Is this the best fight at 54 for Bud though, in terms of for the fans and all that Vergil fight, or?
I mean, I'm trying to think who at 154. I mean, there's a lot of fights at 154.
Yeah.
I think that style matchup is good. Mm-hmm. Vergil's gonna come aggressive, and I think that's when you're gonna see Bud at his best.
Because he gets the counter punch, right?
Yeah.
And Madrimov wasn't really throwing combinations like
Madrimov was just throwing a lot of feints. That's why people were saying it was a close fight. To me, it wasn't even close. The rounds were competitive. Madrimov was doing a lot of feinting. Wasn't really throwing nothing. So the front half of the fight, Bud could have been up like 6-0. Madrimov did better at he started catching with a couple right hands. But then at the end, he still wasn't doing nothing. Bud turned it up at the later rounds. So I didn't think the fight was close. I thought it was competitive. Like all the rounds were competitive, but I thought Bud did a little bit more most of the rounds. Not every round, but most of the rounds.
Gotcha. Well, congrats, Kenny, on another win. Looking forward to you getting the opportunities you've been working for. And thanks for your time, man.
Thank you.